Meet the dealer in the back room.
Okay.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and when to slip in the deck of marked cards. You'll walk away one communicator richer. Just remember, a supernova beats a black hole, and you should be able to beam away without causing any catastrophes in the near or far future.
So wait, okay, so what do? I just use money then, right?
Well, does he talk to you at all?
No, he didn't talk to me.
I use the money. That's anteing up, I guess.
There it goes.
So I'll deal 4 cards. Whoever chooses the highest card wins. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'll pick the one on your right.
Huh?
Here's your card. Let's see what you have. Sorry, Kirk, I got a screaming supernova. And you only have a shooting star. Better luck next time. Go to your items.
Use the marked deck.
Can you use the marked deck? Oh, fuck.
Can't be used yet, it says. So, wait then. Do I just talk to him again?
Go back into your inventory.
You might have to go back
to get more money?
Get more money. You might have to do that process again.
Yep, sure do.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch! Okay, now, let's do this. I got this marked deck. You won't stand a chance. Okay. So now, let me see if I can... Here, let's see.
So you gotta use the money first to ante in.
So, okay. So use the money.
Alright, so... Yep, I'll deal 4 cards, whoever chooses...
No.
Yeah, now use them.
Use. Card deck. Yes!
What does he say? Okay, Kirk.
We'll use your
cards.
cards.
I'll pick the one on your right.
Boom! Screaming supernova!
Here's your card. Let's see what you got. You have a
Supernova!
and
I have a black hole! Wait.
I guess you win.
Yes!
Here's your communicator.
Now run away.
You fucking dick.
Cook to Enterprise. Get us the fuck out of here.
3 to beam up. I think that's yours. Wait, is that it
That's
then?
it. I think that's the end. Spock, you look a bit pensive.
Be persistent. Wait, cops, cash, and crooks.
I was contemplating whether our decision to alter history was against the forces of destiny. Spock, I never thought a Vulcan would admit to
Your voice.
believing in destiny. Frankly, I'm shocked. Well, he looks like Gilbert Gottfried a little bit.
Sure he does.
I was simply taking a logical approach
Why? The logical approach would have been to walk in, stun him, and then take the
to
stuff and
a
leave.
philosophical problem. Altering history, yep, because you alter the history of the planet.
No, you didn't.
I get the distinct impression.
You corrected the history.
I get the distinct impression that he's dodging the question. All I know is I got to bang a green woman, and we had a great time. So, Spock, do we control our own destiny, or does it control us? In every situation, there are factors which are beyond our control. That is an illogical answer. Are you saying that we are merely characters in
A
video
television
game?
show?
video game?
Oh, a game.
Wow.
Gentlemen, our destiny awaits us. Mr. Sulu,
Take us home.
take us home.
Wow. The iconic line.
And please,
Da, da, da.
please credits.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, you don't
Wow.
even get an ending.
Not
That's
even.
it.
Well, technically that was the
no
end screen.
music or anything.
But you'd think it would
You know-
play like the end thing there.
I am really just... I'm
Dumbfounded.
surprised. No, just because of the fact that Nintendo Power never put in, like, literally they would always do, like,
Part
the
of a
first
guide.
4 levels of 6, or levels 5 and 6 are on you, like, blah, blah, blah. This literally took you from start to finish of what you
Yeah.
had to do.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
PTG game list. Wow. Well,
Game 10.
Game 265. Star Trek. Is it Star Trek 25th?
25th anniversary.
Yeah.
Yes.
25th anniversary.
If you could spell anniversary.
Anniversary. It took us, well, it was about 2 hours, 15 minutes.
Not bad.
That's not bad. For
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Star Trek in the bank,
In
baby.
the bank.
Wow. That was interesting.
It was... Actually, I mean,
It's like it was an enigma.
As far as fun goes, my fun's actually going to be higher than you would expect.
I don't think you're gonna be. You might not be surprised by what you think my fun will be. Star Trek.
Fun is a 4.
20. Let's just put Star Trek 25. I'm sure it'll come up. Star Trek 25th anniversary. Okay. What do you give the game for a difficulty?
So for a difficulty, I'm honestly, I don't know if I would go as low as a 3, but I think it's going to be a 4, even though I hate that I'm ranking it that low because this game is pretty, it's pretty cryptic. But they literally give you the items that you know that you're going to be needing in that particular chapter.
I wouldn't say it's all that cryptic.
Well,
It's not Simon's Quest.
no, it's definitely not Simon's Quest.
I mean, they pretty much guide you for the most part through every chapter.
Yeah, but knowing to go to the food processor thing to make to make that
To make the
the concoction.
You have a root. You have the Saurian. Like, I think through deductive reasoning, we probably could have figured out most of this.
And that's where my difficulty is coming from, is that I think that if we had this game as kids and we were playing it, obviously we would have nothing but time to figure out the game, and at that point it would be fairly easy because you have unlimited continues, you have basically unlimited lives. You don't actually die in this game. When you get to low life, you
They just
basically
beam you back.
You just get beamed back to the Enterprise.
The only death
and
was
then
the ship battle.
was the ship battle, and that's only because we didn't pick up the cloaking device, which they probably wouldn't have had to fight us if we had the cloaking device.
Right, we got to cloak past them.
Yeah.
No, Federation can use it. It's illegal.
That's true.
Maybe.
That's
No.
why pretty much Romulans are the only ones that ever cloak.
Klingons, I think, too.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, there's nothing inherently difficult. There's really no battles. There's only just a couple times where you need to use your stun or your phaser.
You stun a few times. The only part that maybe would have thrown us off was knowing to shoot at the wall of dilithium. But then again, the guy tells you this wall has dilithium in it. You'd have been like, well, fucking shoot at it, I guess.
Yeah.
But like shooting at the door,
That
maybe
was
if we
the only
scanned
thing-
the door.
I was going to say, that was the only thing where it's like, even knowing that we had to do that, like, if I would have shot that door, like, as a kid, like, okay, I shot it 5 times, like, nothing's happening. It's lighting up, but nothing's happening, and I'm shooting it over and over and over again, nothing's happening. Eventually, I would have probably have stopped before I got to the point to where it opened. Like, okay, what do? Do I just keep on shooting this door?
Yeah, maybe.
So, I mean, that and the rock formation. Shooting the rock formation, where you
Yeah.
have no idea if you're actually doing any kind of damage to it, I guess.
Because it seemed to take a lot.
But although it did tell you that you had to shoot the rock formation that is to the north of the 3 rocks.
Granted, the rock formation, too, every time you shot it, the stars came off, and when it
Yeah.
broke, the stars stopped.
Oh, that
and
is
it
true.
didn't help you
That
were
is true.
right up on it.
Yeah.
Like, if you had been behind the 3 rocks, we eventually would have seen the sparkling of
Oh,
the item.
maybe.
But honestly, I was thinking 3, possibly 4, but 4 feels high, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's passwords.
considering we picked this up for the first time today, although we did have the Nintendo
We did have the
Power.
guide, which that was huge.
Yeah, but this issue of Nintendo Power, Volume 29, they must have sold millions upon millions of this. So, I mean, everybody and their mother who had a Nintendo probably had this issue of Nintendo Power.
Well, shit, even if you had the instruction manual, it kind of explained quite a bit, didn't it?
It explains a little, not enough to really figure out some of the stuff.
I mean, to be quite honest, I really like the breakdown of the game because
I
of
kind of did too. It
how
felt like
the-
episodes.
It did. Each one was its own episode,
Yeah.
and everything that you did in that chapter, nothing came back to like a previous chapter. Like you had to make sure you had this item to go into this chapter.
Yeah.
Everything was just, it was standalone,
Yeah.
which was really cool.
It was interesting. I will say. I mean, it was basically broken up into 5 episodes of the show. Mm-hmm. It felt like a progressive, overarching story of what they were trying to do. Like, it actually was pretty clever.
It was.
So, where are we with difficulty? Would you say 3 or 4?
I'm gonna say 4. Just
You're gonna say 4?
I'm gonna go with. Well, no. I am gonna go with 3 because it's unlimited continues and you have a password feature. It's 3.
And like we
the only
said,
thing that you need with this game is time.
Yeah, and like I said, it did for this era.
Yeah.
It did a very good job of telling you what to do.
It did.
So I mean, it's not like some games where like they just give you an item. There's no description of it. You don't even know what it is, and they just throw you to the wolves.
Well,
and
and
be
like,
why would I think to use this pill on a wall and it blows up?
well, and like the stick, you picked it up, it told you the length, and then you went to the grate, and it
like
told you
just
the exact
slightly-
depth of the grate.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, that's already like 2 and 2. They gave me measurements for 2 different things. You know they go together.
yeah, same
it's
with the gum,
pretty-
like the bubble gum.
It's like, why did he give me a bubble gum? Oh, there's coins at the bottom of that grate. It's like,
Clever.
oh, duh. Okay, yeah, use the gum to stick it. And
yeah,
so I think you actually use something like that in frickin' Silent Hill
something
to
like
get
that.
a key. Yeah.
Which I guess that'll move on to our fun for the game. So, what
4.
would you give this game for fun?
4.
Believe it or not,
I'm might be
actually-
surprised.
I
but
think I'm actually up. I'm somewhere between a 6 and a 7.
I was 100% agreeing with
Wow,
you.
really?
I'm between 6 and 7.
So here's the thing: is that I feel like if I was a fan and grew up watching these episodes,
this would feel right.
it would have been a 7 hands down. May have even been higher than that.
Oh hell yeah!
But even though I don't know the episodes as good as you do, but like you were reading the thing verbatim and you're like, yep, that's right out of the episodes.
Yeah.
The way that they would say things, even the sign off and the way that the Enterprise flew, in like leading into the game and stuff like that. Like that's straight out of the episode. I remember that.
Yeah, like even just from the graphical standpoint, like some of them are not as great.
Outside of Spock being green for some reason.
They did a really good job with some of the likenesses.
They did. Well, and not even just the likenesses, but I mean, you could tell that Scotty was like
Scotty.
a Scottish guy.
Yeah.
Like he talked like Scotty, and Kirk talked like Kirk, and Spock talked like Spock.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
The writing of this was actually really good.
Yeah, it was faithful to like the source material.
The only problem, there was no Wessel from Chekhov.
Yeah.
But I mean, you had iconic characters like Harry Mudd. You wouldn't know, but he's a
Yeah.
recurring character throughout their series.
Of course, yeah.
Like they were very good at sticking
were-
close to the source
They
material.
were meticulous with the
Yeah.
the Romulans and everything, and even just down to like, I mean, that last level, I do remember. Like, I don't remember what the name of the episode was, but I do remember when they went back in time to like the 20s, and like Kirk was in like a zoot suit and had the
Yeah.
hat and stuff like that. Had a Tommy gun.
I think Spock had a Tommy gun for some reason.
Yeah. So it's like I remember all these little bits and pieces. So it's like every episode or every chapter that you play is like an episode, and it has its nods to each one of those. Like, I think this game was pretty genius. It was very ahead of its time.
Yeah. They did a very, very good job. I like I said, I wasn't huge on TOS, but this felt exactly like what you'd think it would be.
This felt really good.
That's why I'm
Yeah.
curious now to see like how Next Generation is.
Yeah.
I
There's also, I think there's another Star Trek game too.
think there's there's 2 Next Gen games, I think.
No, never mind. I'm thinking for the Game Boy.
Oh.
There was one for the Game Boy, the Next Generation. But there is a Next Generation on the Nintendo as well.
Yeah. But like
So.
you said, it's probably mostly bridge stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was I don't think you go down to planets in Next Gen. I know there's like a transporter thing you do, but I don't think you ever go on planets in that one.
But yeah, honestly, I think
Might
I'm
be
leaning
sitting
towards
at
that
a
7.
Yeah,
I'm
I
leaning
hate
towards
to
that
say it.
7.
I'm actually at a 7 as well, I think.
Again, the
because-
music wasn't terribly varied, but when I like that music that I was like, that's straight out of the show. Like I remember that the dun 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 dun. Like I remember that.
Yeah. It
So it's-
even down to like just fighting the granted, like, the shooting of those security bots wasn't great,
No.
but, like, it kind of felt awkward like that in the show, too. Like, it was...
And
It's funny.
to be quite honest, it was realistic in the sense too that you shot at that bot a couple times and then it like still comes at you, it explodes and it like slides like to a dead stop.
Dead stop, yeah.
Which I'm like, that kind of like that kind of attention to detail. I don't think that there was many Nintendo games that were doing that kind of stuff.
No, not that would have done like momentum shit like that.
And nobody ever talks about this game as being like a really well done like adaptation of like the television show, which I'm very surprised about.
It goes to show you that like Ultra is not a bad developer.
Oh no, they were one of the best.
Yeah, so like
Because of Konami.
the fact that this was in the hands of Ultra actually probably worked for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not by no means a super great breakout game.
No, it's not a masterpiece,
No.
but
it controls awkward. It's sluggish.
But again, the difficulty does not diminish how bad the controls can be at times.
Yeah.
And the charms of the game definitely far outweigh
Yeah.
any kind of cons that it
The
has.
fact that you pick up plants by stunning them, you know, and you're getting flowers and butterflies and shit like that, and you use them. You really didn't pick up anything that we never needed.
I'm pretty sure everything that we picked up, it was something that we actually needed.
It wasn't like a Shadowgate where you're picking up phony items or a Deja Vu where you're picking up pots for no reason.
Well,
or
they even-
uninvited.
Well, they even did that in Silent Hill 3, like
Yeah.
with the frickin' perfume to put in something to like
A trap item.
to screw you up.
yeah, like this never felt like we were picking up shit for no reason.
Yeah,
If we can interact with it, chances are there's a reason we're able to interact with it.
exactly.
So I'm with you. I think 7 is perfect.
This was charming, and
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
No,
gonna be.
I thought we were gonna get into some crap, and
Yeah.
once we started playing it, I'm like, I really like this game.
It was fun fucking around.
This is definitely. I would put this in my top 50, top 100 Nintendo games.
I think so.
Oh yeah.
It's by no means a bad game. It's not a great game.
It's not great,
but it's not a bad game.
It's got charm. As far as licensed tie-ins,
Yeah.
I don't know
we've
if I would
played
go
worse.
I don't know if I would go as far as saying,
It's not a
but-
Die Hard.
but I think it's on par with Die Hard.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
It stayed very true to its source material.
And it did feel like...
and I always
all right.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
So I
I'm
think
with you.
it's not as good as Die Hard, but it definitely deserves to be on
close.
that upper echelon with it.
Yes, I agree. It's no Last Action Hero. It's
Oh,
no...
God, no. It's
fucking-
no Lethal Weapon.
No, where it goes balls to the wall, takes liberties out the ass to do...
It's
to make
no Home Alone 2.
No.
Yeah.
So, alright, I'll give it its props. That being said, what did you pay for Star Trek 25th Anniversary?
So this, obviously, I bought it complete with the box. Well, not complete. There's no instructions, although I do have a Ultra Games poster that came with it. But I paid $5 for this game.
Wow.
In the shape that I have it in, with the box and the poster.
Well,
So.
as of this video on pricecharting.com, Star Trek goes for $17.59.
Does it really?
That's not too bad.
Would you
Oh.
think that is worth it?
For how common this game is, I'm surprised it's that high. But I honestly would say yes. I 100% it is worth it. I think you are getting a unique experience. If you are a fan of Star Trek, you're really going to love this game. If you're not, you're probably going to like the puzzle elements that they throw into it. There's a lot to love with this game.
I think so.
Yeah.
I like the fact that there was times where you had to pick different crewmates based on like
Yeah.
their specialties.
I thought it was just a one and done type thing, like in the second
Yeah.
chapter, and then when we got to the computer and it's like,
So
oh,
the history guy
don't
would know more.
yeah, the history guy would know more. It's like, okay,
And to be honest, even that wasn't terribly inconvenient.
The transitions were perfect.
Yeah.
Everything that you got up to that point, you got to keep. You went back to the ship, you changed your team, and then you're right back into the game.
Yeah, and
it
even
doesn't
when
take
we
you out of
died,
it.
we didn't have to start the whole chapter over again.
Exactly.
We just had to get back to where we were.
Mhm.
All right, that's not that terribly inconvenient.
Yeah.
So, like, all in all, I'd say this is worth it.
Definitely.
Especially if you're a fan of Star Trek.
Yes.
Like, it feels like you're right in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, that is a 3 for difficulty, a 7 for fun. It is worth it at $17.59. Kevin, what about you? What were your thoughts? I know you like Star Trek.
Oh yeah, I would say part of the reason I think this one wasn't bigger was not only was the original series over by the time this game came out, all of the movies were done for the original series.
That's true. That's
Were
true.
they?
Yeah.
TNG was already multiple seasons in.
Because this was 91, right?
I think this
92. Next Generation started in 87.
No,
and
it was 91. It was 91.
It said released in 92.
Oh, maybe
it could
it
have
was
been 92 for us.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Although I don't know why Japan would want a Star Trek thing. Like, that doesn't seem... That doesn't seem logical.
Yeah, released February of 92.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
does Japan even care about Star Trek?
I don't.
No, I don't think
so.
it only had a North America release on this for the NES.
Well, that's weird because if in the opening credits it says 91.
It's probably
Maybe
when
it
they
was
got the
all
license
developed
and developed.
Maybe it was all developed
91.
and put together in 91, and then it was released because it was February of 92.
But that could also be based on the other versions of this game.
Maybe.
So
So you said you played the Game Boy version? Is it
Did.
not even close?
So some of the overhead stages, like searching for stuff, that's the same. But there's also levels where you have to fly through an amoeba. Like, it's hard to describe, but
An amoeba.
yeah, but
giant
there's no.
space amoeba.
I don't think that there's really any puzzle elements to it. There's just you find items that you need for your ship, and then that's about it.
Oh, okay.
okay.
So and there's like four separate levels that you go into, but
Maybe
I'd
we'll
say,
plug
'cause,
that
like-
one in at some point. I wanna
'cause,
be
yeah,
curious to
absolutely.
see.
Well, I would love to play it again. It's been years since I played it.
But like I was saying, our generation would have been already like the original series was basically done by the time this came out, and by the time we were like doing stuff. So
Because I thought they were still doing the original series movies until
it's
90s.
79 was the last one, I think. Is what
No,
it
I think
said.
it was the early
Because
80s.
Star Trek 4
Search
was
for
the last one.
Search for Spock,
Yeah.
and that was in the 80s.
Oh, I thought it was like 90, 91 was the last
No.
one. Because then they started
Oh,
doing...
91 was the last one.
Oh,
Sorry.
91. Okay.
Because
Undiscovered Country
the next generation movies didn't start until
after.
the
90
series.
yeah.
And they went...
97, I think.
Yeah, they went for like eight years, I think.
Because the original series, Next Gen ran from 87 to 94,
yeah.
and then
so
the
about-
movies, films.
I just remember Nemesis was
Like,
97 or 96 or 97.
First Contact was 96.
Ah,
because that's where you
98.
had
Nemesis was 2002.
Oh,
First
really?
Contact was, I think, Locutus, wasn't it?
No, First Contact
Or no,
was
I'm sorry.
the Queen.
That was the Queen, yeah.
Well, it's funny because Nemesis, I didn't realize at the time too, but I always remember seeing like the posters for it. But the bald guy was Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this would have been right around the time the movies were done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all right.
So I guess why, yeah, kids weren't really into Star Trek like their parents were. It was more their parents' generation.
Yeah.
Because my mom was super into Star Trek.
Yeah.
But see, like me, I grew up around all this stuff. My dad
Mm-hmm.
loved Star Trek, so it's
Like I said, my parents enjoyed Next Generation more than the original series.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I was actually pretty impressed. I'm not
I
gonna
was
lie.
pleasantly surprised by this.
So hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. Let us know what you think. What were your experiences if you played this? What are your experiences with Star Trek in general? Because we
Yeah.
have another game or two to do this, or to do for this. So let us know what you think.
Yeah, exactly. If you guys grew up watching Star Trek, what did you think of the game? Like, was it actually closer to the episodes than we are realizing or that we know? But yeah, let us know what you thought. If this game was in your collections back when you were a kid, I would love to know how many people actually had this game growing up, because
Even
I know
played it.
we didn't have it.
No, we didn't have
So,
it either.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I can recall anyway.
I had
Yeah.
Next Gen.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So
Well, if this came out in '92, Next Gen must have been damn near the end of the cycle.
it was
right
it was
there.
late '93.
Oh
Yeah, it was
game's
late
right there.
'93. It came out.
Oh yeah, so
So,
they're really.
It was close to the end. Yeah.
Well, who made Next Gen?
Absolute.
Was it?
Absolute.
Oh,
it's on the
so
side
right
of the
there.
box, dude.
What the
Yeah.
fuck else did Absolute do?
I would have to look it up, but they've done a few other things too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
but yeah, there
But
you
yeah,
go.
that'll do it.
PowerTripGaming.tv brings you directly to the channel where you can watch us play through other TV licensed games, or movie licensed games, I guess, rather.
Yep. You can also check us out on iTunes and Spotify. Listen to our podcast, the BTG Powercast, where we talk about anything we want to talk about or anything you want us to talk about.
And if you don't feel like leaving a video in the comments, you can always shoot us an email at nespowertrip@gmail.com.
Nice. So that'll do it. So next time on Power Trip.
Set phasers for fun.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. Maybe we'll bang some green aliens, baby.
I just love that they make that comment in
That
the
was
Nintendo
so
Power
funny.
that there's no Star Trek
Is complete
episode would be complete without a green alien.
Sexy green alien, and she was sexy.
Yes, she was very provocatively positioned.
You know, and they kept that running strong throughout Next Gen with Riker when he was banging butthead aliens on Risa
And Troy.
and getting his communicator stolen. Oh my God! It comes full circle. Wow.